Lamazopa, Lamazopa, Dieu.
Yes, Lamazopa Rinpoche's picture. Yeah, we have the blessing.
I don't know who is behind, but
I think it's Chaviji. Yeah.
it's not
Working.
Nico. Nico doesn't have time or what?
Yes, maybe I will see him tonight. We have some discussion group.
Okay.
Yes. So welcome everyone. Welcome. Yoshidele,
Hello.
Surabila, Surabiji. Yes, last time your name was just Sue. I remember. Or
What
Sue.
you were the two of you?
No,
What?
no. We had a few people, yeah. And we
Ah,
have Isarji here as well.
they are from India.
Yes, I guess so. And
I don't know.
maybe Halaviji will join, I guess. She said she would join, and maybe Zingrunla as well. So
Okay.
then we can wait for a few minutes. And usually what we do is, I guess that during this season we will have some slides and also some just debates like this, you know. Then we can train, we can have some exercise on real in the real format, the real way. And sometimes we have slides, yeah. So today we will have some slides just to recap what we saw last time, and we will try to give the answers of the exercises that we had. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good.
What is this?
Some internal chat. Okay.
Ah,
Palaviji, namaskar. So the meeting is on, the recording is on, so we can start directly with the pictures. Yes, very good. So for some of you, it's not really new, yeah. So for some of you, it will be some recap that we saw before. So just to present, to introduce a few things like this wheel of the Arya Manjushri's sword. Yeah, that's the wheel for intelligence and for to become smart, to become clever and so on. But of course, just to visualize that is not enough. We need to learn, we need to debate, we need to meditate. That's the way. Yeah? Okay, and we have a challenger and a defender. The challenger is standing, and usually the defender is sitting down. Yeah, the profile is a bit lower for the for the defender, and it has less options of answers. Yeah, so we will see that slowly, step by step later. So of course we can have a few challengers and a few defenders all together. Yeah, it's even more fun. And yes, the motivation, we need to grow our intelligence for the sake of all the beings. Yeah, so that's the unification of the good heart with common sense and yes, a good mood, I guess, all together. Yes, okay. So yes, we will just see in which tradition we try to debate first. So maybe some of you already know the two main vehicles that belong to Buddhism. So we have the Pali tradition. We can call it the Pratimoksha Yana, yeah, the vehicle for self-liberation. Yeah, Pratimoksha means self-liberation, individual liberation. And we have the Mahayana, yeah, the universal vehicle, or the great vehicle as you wish, or the Sanskrit tradition, as His Holiness the Dalai Lama calls it. Okay, and we have a few schools. Two belong to the Pali tradition, Vaibhashika and Sautrantika, and two belong to the Sanskrit tradition, or the Mahayana, yeah, the Chittamatra and the Madhyamaka. And we study according to the Sautrantika. Yeah, that's one sub-school is the Sautrantika following reasoning. Yeah, so that's very specific. That's this type of philosophy that we we will get introduced. Yeah. Okay. Of course, the main goal is to join the higher tenets. Yeah. Okay, so kind of flashback with what did we see last time? We saw existence, the broadest category we could say up to now. Of course, there is a broader one, but here that's the broadest category. Yeah, what we can see, what we can hear, what we can smell, and so on. We are also existent. Yeah. So do you remember the definition of existent? We gave it very, very swiftly.
That which is observed by valid cognition?
Yes, exactly. Very good, Christine. Yes. That which is observed by a valid cognition. Yeah. If it is observed by someone or by a proper mind or proper cognition, it exists. Of course, it's not necessarily my valid cognition. Yeah. For instance, I don't have any valid cognition of emptiness, of Buddhahood, of many things. Still, they are observed by someone else, yeah, by the valid cognition of someone else, yeah. So they still exist. And we saw also one equivalent of existent. It was phenomenon, yeah. You remember? Okay, very good. And among phenomena, we have one and different, yeah. So we saw that as well. We saw that it's a dichotomy, it's an exhaustive division, one and different. We could say it follows that if it exists, it has to be either one or different. Yeah. Okay. So it follows that if it is not one and not different, it doesn't exist. Yes. Accept. Very good. Yes. If it is neither one nor different, it doesn't exist. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Okay. So that's the very, very first step that we have to understand in order to get into the debates. Yeah. Okay. So one and different, they are mainly for thought consciousness. If the thought consciousness is able to distinguish phenomena, then they are different. And if for the thought consciousness, this phenomenon is not distinguished, then in this case, it is one. Yeah. Like for instance, this cup, it follows that this cup is one. Accept. Yes, if you accept, you can say accept. You can just move your head, or you can say yes like this. Yeah, thumbs up. And if you don't accept, you can thumbs down. Yeah, okay. Okay, you can say why if you don't accept. Yeah, okay. Okay, it follows that this cup is one. Accept. So it follows that this cup is not different.
Accept.
Yes, very good. This cup is not different because
Because it is one, it is not diverse from, well, it's not diverse.
yes, because it is one. It follows that if it is one, it's necessarily not different. Yeah.
Accept.
Okay, very good. Fantastic. Yes, and we have different. Yeah. So of course we will recap the definitions of those. Yeah. Okay. So if we have different phenomena, we can compare them. Yeah, we can use the logical comparisons. So they can be contradictory, they can be equivalent, they can be 3P, and they can be 4P. Yeah, we have some exceptions, but we will not see them for now. Okay, and we start to play just to show you the very formal way to debate. Okay, so we have the challenger, which is a bit rough, be careful. And the defender, which is a way a bit too shy. Okay, so that's the way the Tibetan people debate usually. They say Di Jitar Church, and Di is the seed syllable of Arya Manjushri. Yeah, Di means intelligence. Yeah, or you could say yes, common sense and so on. Yeah, okay, or wisdom. Okay, and Jitar Church, and it means the way it has been debated, yeah, or the subject, Churchen, the way it has been debated before Jitar. Yeah, that's one way to translate. There are a few ways to translate that. Okay, so the challenger will mainly test the defender's knowledge. Yeah, so he tries to counteract his assertions. Yeah, okay, so he starts like this. Well, I guess that you don't know the definition of one. So the very first answer from the defender would be the reason is not established. Yeah, that's the usual way to start a debate. Yeah, and of course the challenger will assert the opposite consequence. It follows that you know the definition of one, then we have to accept. Yeah, otherwise we say, okay, I don't know, the debate is over. Okay, accept. So pause it. So I know that you all know the definition of one.
Phenomena, accept. Ouais, pause it. Ouais, ouais, okay.
Yes, then please. What is the definition of one?
Phenomena which is not diverse.
Yes, a phenomenon which is not diverse. Exactly. Yeah. So usually the defender will say the subject, but here we can just drop it. Yeah, we can just give the definition itself. Yeah. Okay, the subject, a phenomenon which is not diverse. Yeah, everybody agrees?
Accept.
Okay,
Can we
very good.
say
Yeah.
that a thought phenomena, or we have to say a phenomena?
Yes, we can just say a phenomenon because that's the very definition in Tibetan. We would say sosowe maimpe che. Yeah, sosowe maimpe che in Tibetan means a phenomenon which is not diverse. Yeah, which is not distinct. Yeah,
Okay.
very good. Okay, so then it follows. Then the challenger will repeat again. That's one way to learn as well. Then it follows that the subject, a phenomenon which is not diverse, is the definition of one. Yeah. So we have to accept, yeah, because that's exactly what we said. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Accept. Okay. It follows that it is not the case because you can't posit the definition of different. Yeah, you can see the way the challenger is a bit rough. Always trying to say, to negate what the defender is telling. Yeah. Okay, so sometimes they use a lot of irony, but here he just says, okay, it follows that it's not the case because you can't posit the definition of different. So we have to say the reason is not established.
Mm.
Okay, so it follows that you can posit the definition of different. Then we have to say accept. Yes, very good. Then posit.
The subject different is diverse phenomena.
Yes, very good. The definition is diverse phenomena. Yes. Okay, so the challenger will say, okay, then it follows that the subject diverse phenomena is the definition of different. And we have to accept, yeah, because that's our assertion, yeah. Okay, very good. So you can see that it's very, step by step. Step by step, of course, some senior debaters can just drop some answers and some questions. They can go directly to the subject. But here, that's one way to go step by step and not mixing, the debate. Yeah. So of course, as usual, I will send you the slides after the class. Yeah. Okay. So here it follows it is not the case because you don't know the difference between the two, one and different. Yeah, among the 4 types of comparisons, contradictory, equivalent, 3 possibilities, and 4 possibilities. Can you posit the difference between the two?
Accept.
Yes. Okay, so posit.
Contradictory.
Contradictory. Okay, let's see if the challenger said so. Yeah, okay, so it follows that you know the difference between the two, one and difference, accept, posit, and Okay,
Ah,
checking
c'est
on,
joli. C'est génial.
checking on Google. Okay. Yes, contradictory. Okay, let's check why. Okay, it follows that the subject, the two, one and different, are contradictory.
Except.
Accept, yes. Very good. And sometimes the challenger will ask you to justify, yeah, to give, to argue, yeah. So the subject, the two, one and different are contradictory because. So here the image is not proper. I guess my Wi-Fi is not so good. Yes, good, okay. So the subject, the two, one and different are contradictory because.
Because they don't have a possible common locus.
Okay, so it follows that if they don't have any common base, they are necessarily contradictory.
Except.
So it follows that the subject, the two, horn of the rabbit and
Phenomena.
blue unicorn are contradictory.
Distinct phenomena with no possible common locus.
Okay, yes, because they are different with no common base. Yeah, you remember that if they are contradictory, they have to be different, and so they have to be phenomena. They have to exist. Yes. Okay, very good. Because they are different with no common base. That's the definition of contradictory. Yeah? Okay, it follows that if they are different with no common base, they are necessarily contradictory. Yes, accept. Okay. Accept. Very good. Yes, fantastic. Yeah, Bob is very happy. Okay, very good. So yes, a common base is a phenomenon which is both phenomena that we compare. Yeah, it's not a common characteristic. Yeah, because here we could say that a common characteristic between red and color would be form or matter or impermanent, for instance. But here a common base is something which is both phenomena. Yeah. So, like for instance, the color of a red apple. Yeah, the color of a red apple, it follows it is red.
Except.
Excellent. Okay, very good. And the subject, the color of a red apple is a color.
Accept.
Okay, so it follows it is a common base between red and color.
Okay.
Yes.
Except. Yeah.
Okay, very good. We could say, okay, the color of a red flower. The subject, the color of a red flower is a common base between the two, red and color.
Except.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we say that the subject, the flower, the red flower is a common base between red and color?
No.
No, it follows that the subject, the red flower is not a common base between red and color because?
Because a flower is not the color of the flower.
Yes, very good. So it follows that the subject, the red flower is not a color.
Except.
Okay, so it follows that the subject, the red flower is not red because it's not a color.
Accept.
Yes, it can be tricky, yeah, the way it is said. Yeah, yeah, the subject, the red flower is not red, so it is pink.
The color is on the flower.
Yes, the
It is not
color
the flower.
of the
It's
flower
on it.
is red. Exactly. Yeah, the color of the flower is red. The flower is not red. Yeah. Okay, very good. Very good. So if we compare the red flower and color, would it be contradictory, equivalent, 3P, 4P?
Sorry, can you repeat? I'm sorry.
Yeah. If we compare the red flower and color, the subject, the two, red flower and color, are they contradictory, equivalent, 3 possibilities or 4 possibilities?
4.
4 possibilities. So it follows that we can find a common base between a red flower and a color.
But a red flower, a red rose.
The color of the red flower.
Yes. So it follows that the subject, the color of a red flower is a red flower and is a color.
Color of the red flower.
I accept.
So it follows that the subject, the color of a red flower. So the red flower is the color of a red flower.
Okay.
The red flower is the color of the red flower. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Sorry.
No,
No.
red color, no.
So the subject, the red flower, is not a common base between a red flower and a color.
No, yeah, it's except, yeah, it's not the common base, the red flower.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. There is nothing in the universe that can be a flower and a color.
Yeah, exact.
Yeah.
Hmm?
So
Wait, the
yes.
Red flower.
didn't we find a common base in the previous example?
Yes, between red and color, but between flower and color.
No, no.
In
Ah.
flower and color, you cannot find a common base. Flower, a red flower.
It's not a color.
It's not a color.
No.
It has a color, but it is not a color. Yeah.
If you say that the color red of a red flower.
Oh, yes, exactly. Yes, the red color of a flower is a color. It is not a flower.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
But the
So,
common base between the flower and the color,
yeah, what could it be?
can the red flower be the common base between the red color and the flower? No? The red color of a flower.
Ah, yes, okay. So it follows that the red color of a flower is a flower and a color.
Yes.
So the red color of a flower is a flower.
No,
Oh.
no, it's not. No.
Ah, interesting, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it helps us to make some fine distinctions, yeah. Yeah, the color of the flower is not a flower, and the flower is not its color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Character and characteristics and characterized. Oh.
Yes,
It is
very
always
good.
contradictory.
Always.
Mm.
Yes, very good. Fantastic, but still for the direct perception, they are not distinguished yet. So they are one entity, as we said before. Yeah, we said during the first class. And when we distinguish the flower and its color, we don't have two different phenomena on two different places. Yeah, that's one same phenomenon that we can hold in the hand. Yeah.
You
So
cannot separate them.
exactly. So they are one entity. Yeah. Yeah, for the direct perception, they are not different, but they are different for the thought consciousness. Yeah, is that okay for everyone?
Mm.
Wow, fantastic. Yes, if I'm going too quick, please scream, please say, calm down, calm down. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, because we are here to go step by step, slowly. Yeah. Yeah, there are some people, they already know the answers. Yeah. So, of course, they are not cheating, they are reviewing.
Mm.
But for
Even
me-
it's tricky, huh?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, even if you have one season in your background, yes, it's still tricky. Yeah, yeah. The color we could yes, please.
Can we go back to the apple? Why?
Yes.
I don't understand why the apple was common base.
The color of a red apple is a common base. Yeah.
The color of the red apple is the common base to between. Okay, but the apple is not red, and the apple. Okay, and then we switched when we made it a red flower.
Yeah.
We started talking about the flower and not the color
Yeah.
of the red flower. If we had said color of red flower,
Yes,
has
if we
common base.
exactly. So that's why it works here. The color of a red flower is a common base between red and color. Yeah. So that works properly. Then after I try to trick you and to ask you, is the red flower a common base between red and color? And that's very different. Yeah.
Yeah.
The flower is not a color. Yeah. But the color of a flower is a color.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
The great debate is the white horse, I think, in the text. They always say the white
Yeah.
horse.
So it
Is
follows that the subject, a white horse, is not white.
exactly ouais.
So it follows it is red. I'm joking.
I mean, it's not, it is a horse. Voilà.
Yes.
Voilà.
Okay, so is it okay for everyone that a flower is not its color? The flower is not red. The color of a flower is red.
Mm.
Okay, very good. Very good. Yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so now, if did you have time to do the small exercises I sent you last time on the second file? Maybe not.
Thought about it a little bit and got confused.
Okay, so let's try to see it together. Wet and moistening on one side and the Indian Ocean on the other side. Yeah, we try to compare them. Yeah. Okay, so the very first job of the defender is to check if they have a common base or not. Yeah, because if they both are different, and if you don't find any common base, they are what?
Contradictory.
They are contradictory, then you found your answer. Yeah. So that's the very first job of the defender, is to check, can I find something which can be both? And you can, if you can find something which can be both, then you can discard one answer, contradictory. Yeah. Okay, very good. Very good. That's the way we try to think. Yeah, we try to activate our intelligence. Yeah. Okay. So can anyone give a common base between the two, wet and moistening and the Indian Ocean? Yes, please.
Water.
Water. It follows that the subject water is wet and moistening. This we can accept, yeah?
I accept, yes.
Yes, very good. So if the subject water is a common base between the two, it has to be as well the Indian Ocean. So it follows that the subject water is the Indian Ocean.
No.
No.
No. Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay, so the subject water is not a common base between the two, wet and moistening, and the Indian Ocean, yeah? Okay, so what can it be?
The water of Indian Ocean.
Yes. Yes, it's more precise. It's more specific, yeah? Yeah, we can say the water of the Indian Ocean. I would say the Indian Ocean itself.
Mm.
Yeah, because if we say the water of the Indian Ocean, if you take some water of the Indian Ocean in the cup, is it the water of the Indian Ocean? Yes. But is it the Indian Ocean?
No.
No.
Right.
Yes.
Alors,
It's just...
the water of Indian Ocean at the beach in voilà.
In Mumbai.
In Mumbai. Ouais.
Yes, in Mumbai. So
Voilà.
it follows the subject, the water of the Indian Ocean in Mumbai is the Indian Ocean.
But it's not all, no. It doesn't work neither. Yeah.
Ah, it's only one part of the
Exactly.
Indian Ocean.
But that we can see how we have to be very, very precise. Huh? And in normal life we never think like this. That's why we wrong answer. We always it's not yet.
Yes, but
Wow.
they are so
Nice.
precious.
Yeah,
Our
really.
wrong
Wow.
answers are so precious because our brain is checking, oh, there is something wrong. Then that's the way we learn. Yeah. Okay. So if we give as the common base between the two, the Indian Ocean, it follows that the subject, the Indian Ocean, is the Indian Ocean.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Wow.
easy. Yeah. Debate is so easy.
Wow.
Okay. Of course, if we ask the answer, okay, why is the Indian Ocean the Indian Ocean? That could be more complicated. But okay, let's presume that it is the Indian Ocean. And it follows that the Indian Ocean is wet and moistening.
Except.
Yes, exactly. It is wet and moistening because?
Because it has the property of water.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Because we could say, because it is water.
Because it is
Or it
water.
has the property of being water. Exactly, yes. Water is not the Indian Ocean, but the Indian Ocean is water.
Water.
Can we
Yes,
say his
very good.
essential can we say that his essential nature is water to precise the
Yes.
nature of yeah.
Yes, we can say because it is water, or because its nature is water, or because it has the characteristic of being water, as you wish. Or we could say because it is H2O, as you wish. Yeah. Okay, so yes, in those cases, you can give many different answers, yeah, and they are all correct. Yeah. Okay, very good. So we decided, yeah, we proved that the Indian Ocean is a common base between the two, wet and moistening, and the Indian Ocean. Yeah, is that okay? So it follows they are not contradictory.
Accept.
Yeah, because if they were contradictory, they would have to be different with no common base, but they are. There is at least one common base. Yeah, so they are not contradictory. Yeah, everybody agrees? Okay, very good. So now we could think, oh, they are equivalent. We have only a common base. But now the job of the defender is to check, do we have A not B and B not A? Yeah, and not A not B. Do we have that? Yeah. For instance, do we have wet and moistening, which is not the Indian Ocean?
We said it before.
What could it be?
Water.
Ah, yes, just water, that could work, yes. And we could find something more precise if you wish, like for instance, do you agree that the waterfall is wet and moistening? Yes.
Lemon
Okay.
Lake. Lemon Lake.
Yes, or the Geneva Lake.
Voilà.
Yes, or water in a glass.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody agrees that it is wet and moistening? Yes, okay.
Yeah.
So it follows it is water, okay, it is wet and moistening, and it follows that the water in a glass is not the Indian Ocean.
Except.
Yes, it could be some water of the Indian Ocean, but some part of the Indian Ocean is not the Indian Ocean, yeah? Okay, very good. So yes, it is A, not B, yeah?
If we said water, just water, we couldn't,
Yes.
that would not be fair because then we would say, well, Indian Ocean is water, is also
Yes.
water. So it is
Yes,
not Indian Ocean.
exactly. The Indian Ocean is water, but is water the Indian Ocean? Because if
Is
we say that
water the Indian Ocean? No.
yes, if we were to say that, it would mean that instead of black tea in my cup, there would be Indian Ocean because there is water. Yeah?
No.
Very salty, salt. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe we could say the Tibetan tea can be very salty. Okay. Okay, so we have A and B. We have A not B. Do we have B not A? Do we have the Indian Ocean, which is not wet and moistening?
The definiendum Indian Ocean.
It follows that the subject, the definiendum of Indian Ocean is the Indian Ocean.
It is not wet and moistened.
Yes, because it is permanent, so it cannot be the Indian Ocean. Okay, so I saw some faces telling no, there is no Indian Ocean, which is not wet and moistening. It means if it is the Indian Ocean, it has to be wet and moistening. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So there is nothing here. Yes, there is nothing here. Yeah. If it is the Indian Ocean, it has to be wet and moistening. Yeah.
But
Okay.
what
Yes.
about Christine's answer?
Yes. Yes. The definiendum Yeah, the subject, of course, for newcomers, it's a bit weird, it's a bit odd, but for the seniors, you may understand that the definiendum, the Indian Ocean, is permanent because definiendum is permanent. So if it is permanent, can it be an ocean? No.
I don't understand. No.
Yes, that's normal. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's normal. We
Mhm.
will learn that. Yeah, we will learn that. Yeah. Okay. Very good. So now we could say that if it is the Indian Ocean, it has to be wet and moistening. But if it is wet and moistening, it is not necessarily the Indian Ocean. Yeah, that's the perversion. That's the way we assert the perversion. If it is B, it has to be A. But if it is A, it's not necessarily B. Yeah. And can we find something which is none of them?
I don't think so, because where there is a cross, the red cross, isn't it the Indian Ocean set? Like
Yes.
does it like the purple oval, doesn't it represent Indian Ocean?
Ah, yes. Okay. Yes, exactly. The purple circle. Yeah. So that's why here, when we debate, we try to check what is not A and B in order
Ah.
to ascertain the limits of the phenomena that we compare. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
Where? Yes, please.
Fire.
Fire. Okay. Fire. The subject fire. It follows. It is not wet and moistening.
Accept.
Okay, it follows that the subject fire is not wet and moistening and is not the Indian Ocean.
Accept.
Yes, it works. Yeah, we could say fire. Of course, we can use also a non-existent like the pink elephant or the blue unicorn. Yeah, non-existent is none of them. Yeah, yeah. And we could use a phenomenon, as Christine said, fire is a phenomenon which is none of them. We could say a table, the subject table, is not wet and moistening and is not, I would say, a wooden table, because there are some ice tables.
Which are, yeah, nature.
A
Yeah.
wooden table is not wet and moistening and is not the Indian Ocean. Yeah. Everybody agrees? Yes. So it follows that we have three possibilities between the two. Yeah.
Can we go back to the previous slide? I have a question.
Yes, here.
So instead of the cross, where the red cross, can we say the salt in the Indian Ocean? Can we put the salt in the Indian Ocean there?
Yes. So it would follow that the salt of the Indian Ocean would be the Indian Ocean?
Yes, because it's
Ah,
the water. The water is salty.
yes, the water is salty. Yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yes, that's a good example. But can we say, like, for instance, yeah, we can try to debate that. Like, for instance, okay, as we said before, like, okay, let's try to check that. Is the right side of the cup, is that the cup?
No.
No,
It's not the cup because?
it's part of the cup, but it's not the whole cup.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
The part of the whole is necessarily not the whole thing, yeah? And it follows that
All
the
right.
salt of the Indian Ocean is a part of the Indian Ocean.
All right. Yeah, got it.
That's very good. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, that's the way we, yes, please try to dare to give some counter examples. That's the way we learn. Yeah. Fantastic.
And also, can we say the salt is not wet? It is not wet and moistening. That's why you got it as an example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good example. Yeah,
Very good.
very good. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so 3P, unless you find something which can be the Indian Ocean, that is not wet and moistening. So yes, the salt of the Indian Ocean is very good example, but still it is a part of that whole. It's not the whole itself. Yeah? Fantastic. Now Stuart, Kevin, and Bob are very happy. Okay, so let's try to see the other one. Ah, yes. Well, I guess you don't know the difference between the two. Yellowish red and reddish yellow. Okay. Yes, that was one of the exercises. Eh? Yellowish
So,
red.
can I ask if actually I, at this point, well, I guess you don't know the difference between the two yellows. I want to ask the challenger, what do you mean by these?
Yes, you could. You
What
could because
what is
one
yellowish? What?
yellowish means in French du rouge jaunâtre,
Ah,
and reddish yellow would be du jaune rougeâtre
ah,
in French.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Okay, so yes, you could say yes. I have doubt. Like in Tibetan, we would say "tetsamsa." Yeah, that's one answer that may be given by the defender. He has a doubt about the subject or a predicate and so on. So you could ask, okay, what means yellowish red? Because if the challenger says it is orange, then you could say, but reddish yellow is orange as well. So they are equivalent. Yeah.
So I
But
can ask the challenger to give me the definition of the two subjects.
exactly.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. So yes, if we here accept that one can refer to some we could say dark nuance of orange, and the other one a bright or light nuance of orange, both are orange.
Alright.
But usually speaking, if it is red, it's necessarily not yellow. And if it is yellow, it's necessarily not red. Yeah, you remember last time we compared what was it? Blue and red, yes, and purple. Yeah, during our previous class, we tried to check if purple is a common base between the two, blue and red. And what was the conclusion? If you remember, maybe we all forgot. Yes, usually speaking, they are contradictory. Yes, purple is contradictory with red and blue is contradictory with red, and so on. Yeah, and the way around as well. Yeah? They are all mutually contradictory. Yeah. So here, red and yellow,
So
that's the same.
any color is always contradictory.
Yes, we could say that any well nuanced color, because we could say, yes, I would agree any color, yeah, because even if we say like dark blue and light blue, they are still contradictory, yeah.
Because
Mhm.
the specific mix is completely cannot overlap with the specific mix of the other. So
Yes.
what about transparent and a color?
Yes. Yeah,
Water,
wow.
the color of water and blue.
Wow, fantastic. Yes. So in that case, yeah, with the color of water and blue, 4 possibilities, no?
4
You
possibilities.
remember?
Okay.
You remember during the previous class, we compared the color of what? The color of a cup and red or something like this, no?
But
Yeah.
even the water is not blue, it's just what you see because of the underground or whatever.
Yes, and the water is not blue because it's not a color. It has a
By the way, the
color.
water is not blue because it's not a color. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So yes, the water can have a color, yeah. Like if you look at, you know, sometimes we have beautiful pictures of Tibetan lakes, like turquoise, you know, like yes, like greenish blue and so on, yeah.
But
So yes,
water is not a visible form.
really, it's not.
It's a yes, we should say.
Right? it follows that you cannot see a
An
lake.
object, no, but it's an object that you can realize only through certain realizing.
Yeah. Yes, water is realized by a tactile consciousness, yeah?
Yeah.
And the color of a lake can be realized by an eye consciousness, yeah? Yeah, okay. So
Can we
yes,
say, when they are different, when you say yellowish red and reddish yellow, that they are distinct linguistically as well?
yes,
Even if
yeah,
at the end it's maybe the same color, linguistically they are different?
they are different. Yeah, so yes, when we compare phenomena like contradictory, equivalent, 3P, 4P, they have to be different anyway, yeah? Yeah. But here, can you find a common base between red and yellow?
No.
No, even orange is not red,
Okay. Yeah.
and orange is not yellow.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's not both red and yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, it was a big trick. Yeah, sorry. So yes, the reason is unestablished. So it follows that you know the difference between the two, yellowish red and reddish yellow. Accept. Okay, opposite. So we
Contradictory.
could say contradictory. Yeah, there is nothing which can be both red and yellow.
Mm.
Okay, very good. Okay, so in that case, the answer is easy. Yeah, from the defender. Yeah, that's the very first answer that we can find. If they are different and you find no common base at all, then they are contradictory. Yeah? Okay, very good. So that's the easiest one we could say. Very good. So yes, the two circles are not overlapping in that case. Eh? You have nothing which can be in both circles. Okay, very good. So now let's try to see something else. Well, I'm sure you don't know the difference between the two. It flies in the sky and a plane. So easy for all of you. Okay, so now no panic. Don't panic like Sheldon. Let's try to check common base, A not B, B not A, and so on. Yeah? Okay. So it follows you can posit an illustration. So first, what did you find? Did you find contradictory, equivalent 3P, 4P?
3P. 3P.
3P, 3P, okay. Okay. Who else?
4P.
4P, okay, 4P. So we will have some fight between a club and another. Very good. So in any case, 3P or 4P, would you agree with me if I say in any case you have a common base? If you have 3P or 4P, you necessarily have a common base, yeah? Would you agree with that? Okay, very good. So it follows you can posit.
I will pay 4P now because it doesn't
Change your mind.
it doesn't fly necessarily. It can be
Yeah.
around.
You are scared by Isar. he can debate, he can slap in your hands. It's like this, okay? Very good. So, okay, so in any case, you have a common base, yeah? You can posit a common base between the two. It flies in the sky and a plane.
Yes, it has a common base, right? It
Yeah,
has
so
the common base of the space or the air
yeah,
or this or
yes.
the
So what could it
air,
be?
the sky, the layer above the ground
Yes,
or
Indian
because
aircraft.
yes,
yeah, the space. Yeah.
yes, it has to be both. Yeah, it has to fly in the sky and it
Yes.
has to be a plane. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what would it be?
Indian airplane in the sky, going to India.
The mechanism to fly, maybe
Yes.
one
For
has
instance,
wings, real wings, and the other has man-made
yeah.
wings.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know.
Yes. So it has to be something that flies in the sky, and it has to be a plane as well. Yeah. Because it's a common base between the two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we say, for instance, if we say just a plane, would it be okay? Because a taxiing plane, does it fly in the sky?
No.
Yeah.
Ah, it doesn't fly in the sky, so we cannot just say a plane.
Ah,
Yeah, we have to say a plane in the sky.
okay.
Ah, yes.
4P.
Okay.
That's why it's 4P. I realized afterward.
The club is growing. The club is growing.
But what about the place or the, what do you call, the space that it, both the things fly? No,
Ah,
sorry. That means
yes.
not a plane, just you
Yeah,
have to mention the
exactly.
flying plane.
Yes, exactly. Very good. Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, everybody agrees that the subject, a plane, flying in the sky, is a plane. Yes, and is flying in the sky. So it is both. Okay, so that's a common base. So they are not contradictory. Very good. So can you find something which flies in the sky but is not a plane?
Un cerf-volant. On dit. How do we say cerf-volant in English? I don't know.
How do we say that?
I don't know.
You know that paper thing that kids use to you
A
know,
paper plane.
Yeah,
oh,
paper,
plane.
paper plane. How do we say paper plane? Not at
Kites,
French.
the kite that we fly.
Kites.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, a kite.
Oh.
Exactly.
A kite.
A kite. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Kite. Okay.
Yes, a kite. Okay, so it follows that the subject, a kite, which is on the ground, flies in the sky.
A
Yeah.
flying kite. A flying kite.
Ah, very good.
Ah.
Yes, that's why we need to be precise. Yeah, for instance, we could say a bird. Yeah,
A bird
yes.
flying.
A penguin, but a penguin never flies,
No, never
except if the penguin has a flight ticket. Yeah. And
That's good. Where exactly?
okay, we could say a bird like an ostrich, but an ostrich never flies. Yeah, except if it is in an airplane. Yeah. Okay, so we have to say a flying bird. Yeah, for instance.
Hmm.
Yeah, or a flying kite. Yeah, it follows it is not a plane.
Accept.
Okay, very good. And it follows it flies in the sky.
Accept.
Okay, very good. So it is A and not B. Yeah, very good. Okay, so nobody says 3P anymore. Yeah, so 4P. So it means that you can posit an illustration of a plane which doesn't fly in the sky.
A plane on the ground.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, a taxiing plane or a plane in the repair hall, for instance. Yeah, yeah, it's not flying. Yeah, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, but still it is a plane.
Yeah.
You agree? Okay. So it is B, not A. Very good. And now, if we say 4P, it follows that you can posit an illustration of something which is none of them.
Mhm.
A tree.
A tree, but a tree in a plane. I have the ostrich in a plane, but a tree in a plane, in a flying plane. It follows that the subject, a tree in a flying plane, it flies in the sky.
I'll stick to the pink elephant.
The pink elephant. Yeah, that's a good answer as well. The pink elephant. Or we can say also the yes, a tree in the forest.
Mhm.
Then you are sure that it's not flying. Yeah, but we could say it is flying in the space because the Earth is flying in the space. No.
Mm.
Aha.
But it's not flying in the sky.
Exactly. Very good. Yes, it is not flying in the
It's
sky.
interesting because we never use the term flying. Enfin, I've
Yeah.
never heard that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
flying.
that's a trick. It's just a trick.
No, but it's interesting, yeah. Yeah.
Then we can say that the the Earth is rotating in the
Yeah.
space, but it is not flying in the space. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so it means that we have 4P between the two. It flies in the skies on a plane. Everybody agrees? Yeah,
Uh,
fantastic.
Sorry, can you quickly explain what are the 4 Ps? Like what is a P?
Yes, so 4 possibilities. So
see.
yes, the first possibility is A and B, then A not B, B not A, and not A not B. 4 possibilities. Yeah. 4P
Oh,
is a shortcut to say 4 possibilities. Yeah.
thank you.
Very good. And 3P as well. Yeah. 3P like previously we had. Yeah. Okay. Very good. So we had the last exercise on the file. Okay. Well, I guess you don't know the difference between the two, top of the table and the table.
Top.
Aha. That's all.
But
The
when you
table.
say top, when you say top of the table, you mean the part on the top which makes the table, or what?
Yes,
Flat base. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Mm.
Who has an ID? Contradictory, equivalent, 3P, 4P?
Equivalent. I don't think it's contradictory.
Contradictory.
Equivalent, contradictory.
Contradictory.
So it seems that we have a club that
Well,
finds only common base and a club that finds no common base at all. Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay. So if we try to check, okay, let's be the challengers, yeah, for the people in the contradictory club. What kind of consequence could you assert to the club equivalent?
take the top of a table, it follows it is not the table. It is not the table. It is not. It is part of the table, but it's not a table.
Yes.
Like the
As we see.
handle of the cup is not the cup.
Yes, the handle of the cup is not the cup. The bottom of the cup is not the cup. The top of the cup is not the cup, and so on. Yeah. So for the
The
table,
table is a complex of all the parts who makes the table,
yes,
but not only one.
exactly. That's interesting. Yeah, because for the table, for the direct perception, yeah, we cannot distinguish them.
Mm.
Yeah, so they are one entity. Yeah, the table and the top of the table are one entity. Yeah, because for the direct perception, they are not distinguished. If you point toward the table, you point toward the top of the table. And if you point toward the top of the table, you point toward the table. Yeah, from the objective side, it's the same object. It's the same phenomenon in one sense. Yeah, for the direct perception, we are not able to distinguish them. But for the thought consciousness, yeah, we can say the top of the table. Yeah, so it seems that the table is the top belongs to the table. Yeah, the part belongs to the whole. Yeah. So it's the same with the color of the cup. The color of the cup is one part, one characteristic, we can say, of the cup, but it's not the cup. Yes, and the top of the table is a part of the table, but it's not the whole table. Yeah, everybody agrees?
Yes.
Okay, so are they contradictory, equivalent 3P, 4P? We had two persons for the club contradictory. No, I guess that the club is growing, no?
No, not yet.
Okay, so can we find something which is at the same time is the whole and the part of the whole?
Mm.
No.
I mean, can you say, this is just to, I am on the contradictory camp, so there is no common base. But can you say the molecule of the top of the table and the rest of the table, the molecule in the top of the table
Ah,
is
yeah.
the table and the top of the table. It's placed inside, it's in, yeah. Can you say that?
Yeah. Yeah, we can say that the molecule is located in both the table and the top of the table, yeah? Because if it is located in the top of the table, it's necessarily located in the table, no?
Yes.
Yes, very good. Very
But
good.
it's not a common basis. I mean, how do I?
But it's not, yes,
Yeah.
it's not a common base because one molecule is not a table
Not
and
the
is not the
table.
top of the table, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so yeah, it's more tricky, yeah? Yeah, it's like the person and the body of the person. Yeah, they are one entity, but one is not the other.
Mm.
Yeah, we can say that the body is one part of the person in one sense. Yeah, we can say that one finger is one part of the hand, but it is not the hand. Yeah, so that's the same. Yeah, they are one substance or one entity, but still contradictory. Yeah.
They cannot be both simultaneously. That's the same as the right hand or the left hand. They are
Yes.
body, but if there is the right hand, it cannot be the left hand at the same time.
Yes, and we can
Why
say
they
that
are
the right hand and the left hand are two entities as well, because even for the direct perception, they can be distinguished. Yeah. Okay. Very good.
But the
Fantastic.
person and the body of the person is one entity and yet
Yeah.
contradictory. Okay.
Exactly. Yes, like the color of the cup and the cup, they are contradictory, but still one entity. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. So we have contradictory here. Wow. Great job. Okay. Fantastic. Yes. So you did very, very well with those exercises. So I will send you the slides and I will send you a few more exercises for next time. If you find it funny, if you find it useful, I guess it is. And we try to find the answers together next time. And if some people want to join the debate club on Monday, it's I don't remember which time IST. I don't
4:30.
remember.
4:30.
Okay, 4:30 IST time. And okay. And if people want to join, it's just like very informal. We just discuss, we try to recap some things. But if you don't have time to do so, it's not a penalty for you. Anyway, we try to find step by step some answers of those debates next time, yeah, next Wednesday. Okay, thank you so much for the sake of all the beings.
Thank
As usual.
you.
It was
Thank you
great
very
pleasure.
much.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank
See you soon.
you.
It's nice to see that many people are interested on debate.
Yes.
I
Yes.
enjoy. No, really. And don't worry, we'll come slowly. Slowly.
Very brave people. Thank you.
No, really.
Take care.
Take
See
care.
you soon.
Christopher,
You.
Yes.
there's a question on the chat. Someone had mentioned something about light. So if there's no light, they're saying, will two objects be similar? So is that a condition they're asking?
Ah,
I was
okay.
wondering about
Yes.
that. If there's no light, then will any two objects be equivalent is what they're asking.
Ah, that's a good question. Ah, in the chat here now. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I haven't read that. So, yes, yes, that's a good question. You can think about that for next time. Yes, like for instance, we have one cup and one table. If there is no light in the room, are they equivalent? Aha, good question. Very clever. And we will try to see that next time. Thank you so much, Isar, for telling me the answer, the question. Thank you so much, and see you
Thank
next time.
you.
Bye-bye.